Hello everyone, this is the GamingGiga and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. In the last episode, we experienced the prologue, gave you brief information on the game, and I gave you a description of Hasaya. That's the name we'll be going by, except for by one character, but we'll meet them fairly soon, I want to say. Alright guys, let's continue. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, gates in general seem to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wonder... Whoa. I think I'm gonna not have my pop filter for this for a while because it's blowing back in my face and making me hot. If it looked like a gate for school, shouldn't look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. I just put my pop filter guys back. I don't know if there was a big difference there, but I don't know. So walking towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace, I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds a school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. The words clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies, too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school. In the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real or caused by my expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was someone here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing all around me catch my attention. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery? Only after standing in front of the haunting main building, I surprised myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous, and with this realization set in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We are the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. You must be Nikki? Nakaya. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Muto. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asked you for a brief check-in visit, but there is no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes, afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, I know not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want me to introduce yourself or to the class? You want to introduce yourself to the class? As you can see, I have check marks in both on the side there. That means I've seen both ways. Says I don't like being center of the attention, so this is our first real decision, and it doesn't really add anything to everyone's likeness towards us. Nothing really big happens in the first act. It's really all in the, like, the main stuff that happens is usually the second act and after that. But Act 1 does have a lot more things in it. So I'm gonna choose Y. Why do I have to? Oh, of course not. That's why I asked. Right. Let's go in then. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for class 3-3. Moto opens the door and enters. Good evening, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing at the spot. Get a grip. It's just a big step. I know that. But there isn't any point to worry so much about it. At least not this soon. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I wouldn't have to meet the curious gazing of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high, and there's a lot of space left over around the in-between desks. The entire wall taken up by blackboard and the high old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. Students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and effective. I walked in front of the classroom and faced the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school, but then why would they be here? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them, and it's only not just immediate obvious. Then I noticed that one girl seems to be missing a thumb on her right hand. It's just jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to the class. I notice a flash of dark hair someone looking at me. A girl with really long hair that is pretty eye-catching. She sees me looking back at her. She covers her face with her eyes as if it were making her visible. There's only one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl's to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rim of her glasses, then goes back to whatever she was doing. She's kind of cute. So this is cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her at the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He clapped his hands, and so does everyone else except for the one girl in the first row who has only one hand. I cringe a little but hide it by bowing in thanks for the applause I did not deserve. After the applause, there is a brief silence that nobody seems to want to be responsible for breaking. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some unintelligible noise, shuts up as he loses his momentum, and then starts introducing me. No one seems to be too interested. Maybe if I would have said yes to this self-introducing thing. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and asks me to write it on the blackboard. I do that, turn my face to class feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him attentively, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to me. The first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist that ends up in a bandaged stump. Okay. It makes me feel weird. We're going to be doing some group work today, so that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is everyone okay with that? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Japanese names. Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain everything you might want to know. And who else would you be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slowly, the teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Alright, Hakamichi is right here. Shizune Hakamichi. He calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and golden eyes waves her hand at me. I take the seat near her by the window. Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. Ha 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 ha. What? I'm coughing on by her laughter. It's nice to meet you too, but I'm not Hakamichi. I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. Shik-chan. Oh, it's the girl next to her. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her, the only one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me the whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of overall-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. ... She immediately looks at him, smiling, making a few gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few more gestures of her own. Started wondering if the teacher messing me with saying like, you'll be able to talk to people and who better to explain things to you. I could see you're a little confused, right? But I understand why you would be why you would think I was Shinchan. Shinchan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. ... You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shichimi, of course, he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right! Misha looks at me with a weird expression, then continues. We don't know much about him yet, but maybe we'll find out later. Maybe I should have introduced myself after all. Anything would have given a better first impression than the teacher's drone and fumbling with my name. We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you were here, be here today so soon. He-chan, right? He-chan. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. And sorry guys, but I have to cut this video short. I have some things I need to go do. We'll continue in the next episode. Alright? Sorry about that. Sorry about this shortened episode. But I really got to do some things for a bit. Alright guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Alright? I hope you guys are enjoying this game. I'm enjoying it myself. And I'll see you on the next episode. Alright? I am the GamingGiga. And take it easy.